Hey parents, do you want to teach your children the difference between a traditional and a Roth retirement account? Here's an example you can show them. This also applies to 403Bs and 457 plans as well. Just a note to let you know, this is education, of course, not individual advice. So let me highlight a key difference between how a traditional 401k and a Roth 401k is treated for taxes. In a traditional 401k, you contribute part of your earnings tax deferred into your retirement account. This means you do not pay taxes on the dollars you contribute or the interest that it earns until you take withdrawals later in retirement. So if you're in the 25% tax bracket, for example, this means for every dollar you put into a traditional 401k, the IRS only taxes 75 cents at the time of contribution or in the year of contribution. In a Roth 401k, you contribute with after-tax dollars. For every dollar you put in, you are getting taxed on the full 100 cents, no tax break now. But when it comes time to make withdrawals later, you get to take out your contribution and all the interest it potentially has earned tax-free. For tax year 2024, you can contribute up to $23,000 into either a traditional or Roth IRA or a traditional or Roth 401k, or a combination of the two. Now, if you're 50 or older, you can make catch-up contributions of another $7,500 if you wish. Some limitations apply. Always consult your tax advisor. So here's an example of how this could work with my imaginary friends, Joe and Sam. Joe and Sam are both 35 years old. They think they'll retire at 65. Beginning at age 35, they each contribute $15,000 per year into their 401k. Joe contributes to a traditional 401k and Sam to a Roth. Total contributions over 30 years is $450,000 each. Let's assume an annual interest rate of 6% every year for 30 years. Again, this is just an example. This means they earned interest of $735,000 in that 30-year time frame. So now each of them have a total balance of $1,185,000. So now that they've both retired and are beginning to take withdrawals from their 401ks, how will those withdrawals be treated for taxes? Well, remember, Joe was in a traditional plan, so he did not pay any taxes on the $450,000 as it went into his 401k. His contributions were tax deferred. He didn't pay taxes on the interest earned in his account either. Those gains were also tax deferred. The taxes on his contribution and his gains were deferred until he starts to take withdrawals. So now that he's retired and taking money out, he's going to be taxed on the $450,000 he contributed, as well as the $735,000 of interest that his account has earned. Joe's total taxable amount is the full $1,185,000. Ouch. Now, Sam was in a Roth. Let's remember, he paid into his Roth plan with after-tax money, so he's already paid taxes on that $450,000. But now, when he starts to take money out, he pays no more taxes. The taxes on his gains were not tax deferred, they are tax-free. That's right, he gets to keep the $735,000 and he doesn't owe any more taxes on his Roth 401k withdrawals. He's a happy camper. Here's some more good news. On top of that, his Roth withdrawals will not count as income on his tax return, which means he may be able to keep himself in a lower tax bracket. And his Roth withdrawals won't impact his Social Security benefits for taxes or make his Medicare premiums go up. Each person's tax situation is different. Please consult your tax advisor. Thank you for listening and watching. If you have any questions, feel free to book a phone call by scanning the QR code or go to my website, wealthworksfs.com. Thank you.